What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the garage with Chop and Brew. I'm with the one and only
Leif Nielsen.
Chip Walton. We're drinking 2 beers sent to us by our boy Barry Horse Blanket Salem from Milwaukee. It's kind of an interesting story. So he sent this. You might have seen the unboxing video. These were 2 of the beers that he pulled out, and I was like, oh, I thought these were Fermentorium beers because they say brewed at Fermentorium, but then they said Tank 8, so I wasn't sure if that was a series. It turns out Tank 8 is a brewery in planning in Milwaukee, and they are kind of contract brewing at Fermentorium their recipes just to get out to market, to start getting the feel of what people like and what people want. So these are 2 beers brewed at the Fermentorium by Tank 8, soon to be brewery. I've been chatting with Tank 8, or they gave me some details. I wouldn't say I was chatting. So what he had sent us was Chick Flair, awesome can. It's like a Ric Flair and a chicken mixed. Woo! Woo! Rooster Roo! So they call it a dry hopped nature lager. I'm sure that's a reference to Nature Boy. And then Slamdance Cosmopolis, which is just kind of a hazy IPA, they say. So yeah, we're gonna do quick tasting notes as a thank you to Barry, as a thank you, and good luck to Tank 8 and to Fermentorium. We both noted something similar about the lager.
It's very citrusy. A lot of lemon is what I get first.
A little bit of orange.
Super clear. It's nice and crisp. It's a good beer.
Right.
Really good.
And it's got a good bit of color to it. I know you can't see in here because the garage of Chop and Brew is kind of hidden from the sun. But it's definitely not like Ham's straw. Like, we're getting into a little like deeper yellow. It almost looks like some meads with a deeper honey. It is Pils, Vienna, flaked maize, dextrin, Mandarina Bavaria, Lotus, which is a hop I've never heard of. We looked it up. Go figure. It's orange. It's vanilla. It's a candied kind of orange peel lager yeast. I like this.
I do. I like it a lot.
I just had 2 beers, some test batches at work today at Northern Brewer that were the extreme. I won't say the opposite, but they're going for being essentially like Brad, our brewer calls them Bradweiser, because they are like just a little bit like more yellow than water would be.
Right.
They taste good. They drink firm. It's like a Bud Light, whereas this is almost like an American craft lager, but it's still real light.
I suspect a little bit of that deeper color is probably a little bit maybe from that Vienna coming in a little bit.
Yeah, I would think so.
Very light drinking almost. It's kind of refreshing.
Yeah. I agree. That is a really good one. So, Slamdance Cosmopolis. I hope I'm saying that word right.
Say it right 3 times.
Because it's Metropolis, so I'm figuring Cosmopolis. It could be Cosmopolis.
You never know with these beers these days.
Cosmopolis. Oh, Cosmopolis.
Cosmopolis.
Pils, malted oats, and dextrin. So not like that far removed, minus the Vienna, Azaka, Citra, Eldorado, and an English ale yeast, which is what you would kind of expect from a hazy. I saw one blogger write that she thought this kind of goes back to the original hazies of the hazies craze, which I wasn't 100% sure what she meant.
Wouldn't that be Julius, and those are out from out east, like the originals?
I think Hetty Topper and Julius, so I wasn't sure if she was trying to say that more modern versions might have just a little less bitterness, punch. You know, none of these are supposed to be extremely bitter, but we've all noted that it seems like the last year or 2 of the hazy have gotten really pillowy.
Yeah,
and really just soft, and like it's juicy, extremely juicy, but sometimes it almost like lacks a little backbone. Do you feel like this has?
Yeah, I'd say this is more, you know, if you're thinking locally here in the Twin Cities, it's more on that mirror universe, you know, of a hazy that's not super soft. Whereas some of the ones that you're getting nowadays that have been triple, double dry hopped and 5 different hops and whatever, they get in a lot of oat, you know, gets that real smooth, pillowy mouthfeel, and I don't get a ton of that here.
Which we love, by the way. Keep doing the triple,
double, quadruple hop,
5 hop beers. Yeah, no, this has like a really good I almost want to call it like a pale ale foundation behind it.
Mhm.
There's definitely a bitterness here. Probably orange still again, but more of like a big orange juice, little pineapple. The bitterness is nice though. In the middle, you really don't get it till the end, and it just helps it not sit super doughy. Let's go back to the other one and see what happens with this guy. Obviously way crisper. Almost like a little herbally, because I feel like this one is also so orangey, but like big orange that sits on your tongue. This one almost seems just a little less of that now and a little bit more of just like a malty, grainy lager.
Yeah, the grain comes through, you know, especially when you go back and forth, the grain definitely comes through there.
Well, I don't know much about Tank 8's timeline. I would assume they're trying to open soon. Oh, I also should have mentioned, as far as like name dropping and shout outs, but Chick-fil-A is also, they consider it a collaboration with another brewery called Youngblood Brewing out of Madison. So an existing taproom brewery and a brewery in planning got together, came up with the recipe. I assume it's brewed at Fermentorium because the can says that. Yeah, contract brewed out of Cedarbury, Wisconsin. So yeah, maybe we'll get Tank 8 on a Zoom.
Maybe.
One day and like see.
I like what they're doing so far. The artwork's cool.
Yeah,
the can's cool.
Really
you
funny.
know, they're off to a good start. You gotta hope it gets going.
No, it's gotta be tough. I have no idea if their plan is production, tap room, etc., etc. We shall inquire. Inquiring minds want to know.
More from Tank 8 to come, hopefully. Chop for chop.
All right, Leif. Brew for brew.
Here we go.
Ooh, now this tastes like a dreamsicle a little bit.